Liz. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
1, 2, 3.
Still is determined to be the vampire. Okay.
I got the fangs.
All right. Still is. Yeah, heated debate back here. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Very
It was getting interesting.
I know I'm getting heated here.
Our to be announced turned into quite an interesting topic.
Yes, it did.
It lasts 2 minutes.
I know. I was trying to rush it, going, I'll give you all the highlights. But I hope no one's wearing pants today. King's covering his
No, I'm not. No pants today.
All right.
You want to see?
Not particularly, no.
By the way, Jen, we did a prayer for you to move your rain and clouds to Dennis's place for the 2 hours.
Yes, please.
You can have it.
I'm tired of the sunshine, you know?
You can have it. We don't need any more rain. The ponds are up out of their banks.
You got a lake now. You don't have a pond.
Pretty much. Can we let everyone please keep Michael Jaco in your prayers?
We just heard that.
Yeah, his son has passed.
Oh.
All right. Whoever sent me the gift in the mail, thank you. Sage and a sage holder. It's beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And all the beautiful birthday cards. I feel special.
And happy birthday to your son tomorrow and to you.
Jonathan's birthday is tomorrow. And tomorrow is our beautiful First Lady Melania's birthday as well.
Ooh. Well, if she watches the show, happy birthday, Melania.
There you go.
She's like, I got to go on. It's a roundtable today.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Miss Elizabeth. Melissa, she says hello.
Ew.
Elizabeth says, tell them
She had to get together with my Haley.
Okay.
My Irish Haley.
All right.
But I can't see her either.
So do you want to hear a really good off-roader story that happened to me?
Sure.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Everybody, tuck yourselves in. Let's go.
Story time, children. Gather round.
Should I pause the questions first?
You want the Reader's Digest? It's not a long story. Getting ready for bed 2 nights ago, I'm walking through the house, talking to Spirit like I always do because we're a team. And I was getting ready to lay down in bed, and I turned to my right, and this big glowing orb is coming through the house. And I went, I'm so used to this, nothing bothers me. And I'm like, hello. And I kept walking towards the bedroom. And I laid down in bed, and the orb is hovering. And I'm like, wings? Am I going to have a night light all night long? And he just laughs. He goes, no, that's fine. And I'm just like, is there anything you need me to know? Silence. The orb goes through the wall on the outside of the house, outside of the bedroom window. And it's there, and it's getting larger and larger and larger and larger and larger, and eventually forms this massive ship and then flies away.
So what does that
divine? They're just there to let me know. I guess I haven't looked up and waved for a couple of days, and they're like, hello, we're still here. It was an amazing experience. I'm used to orbs. This one was quite different because I've never seen an orb transform before, but they certainly did.
Jen, was it a different color? Was it a color or just white?
Very, very white on the outside and very royal blue on the center.
So I'm curious because I don't know if I mentioned it to you where we were Friday. So Wednesday night, I did Om Mani Padme for the beach. Did I mention that to you?
No, I know that you did that. Yeah.
And it was a very orangey robe or orb.
Well, there's all different colors. They mean different things, different tribes, shall you say, different family groups.
That was very interesting. I thought Pruitt was going to say, "You like my new car?"
No, Truett wasn't. I didn't speak to anybody. I didn't see anybody. Roman, that's funny. That's a redneckness word. Okay, transferorber. Okay.
Yeah, hey.
We're all learning new words. But it was beautiful. It was peaceful. There was no fear. I don't fear anything. Even if it was evil, I would have just kicked it out and, said the official fuck off. But, there's one, guys.
That's one. Keeping track.
Yeah.
I don't think King of One is here yet.
But there was no malice or malevolent feeling at all. It was beautiful. And they're just like, we're here. I think they're preparing me for something. I keep thinking that they're preparing me, and I don't know what it's for. Hopefully to take a trip to the med.
That'd be nice. So I had something strange happen. Two funny things. Thank you, Marcy. I'm going to answer that one in a minute. I did meditation on the beach yesterday, and it was at night, right after karaoke. And I sat down, and I'm just going to no sounds, nothing, just connect myself, ocean, sand, keep being one, All of a sudden, I start smelling fire, like smoke, like someone
At least
burned.
it wasn't shite. Okay.
That would be terrible. And it's illegal to do a fire on the beach. So there was no fire. I'm smelling it, but I open my eyes, over the ocean was completely fogged up. Like, there's smoke from a fire pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all fogged up. You couldn't see anything. I looked around, no fire pit, nothing. It was kind of a strange. I'm going, okay, well, this is nice, even though I love the smell of smoke. But I don't know. I wonder if that was a message. Second thing is Marcy asked if I got my thing straightened. You guys want to laugh. I just found out yesterday that I'm not Brazilian. I have a Brazilian passport, Brazilian birth certificate. I was born in Chicago, though, but you know how we do it here in America. If your mother or father is Brazilian, you are Brazilian?
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess I'm not. But my son, who was born after 2000, is. So I think God did this to make me see how government is so complex here. And nobody can transfer my birth certificate here. It's just a complete runaround. So I decided I am not doing any Brazil passport until I get back home.
You just gonna have to stick to being American.
You have no idea who you are anymore.
Well, I'm thinking, it's probably God chuckling, going, there is no citizenship anywhere.
That's true. You're sovereign with God.
Exactly. That's what I said. I'm not upset. A lot equals a Brazilian, Tyler. A lot.
Rocco says, Brazil nuts. Don't eat too many. They're poisonous after a while.
Actually, believe it or not, if you are low in iodine, you should have 5 Brazil nuts a day to make your iodine go up for thyroid problems.
Wow.
Well, at least I learned something in this country.
What is it with God picking on us? I say picking on very lovingly.
Everybody always picking on me.
Exactly.
So
when I went out to the post office, I stopped by a train. And then I went, okay, well, so I was in town and then circled back around and saw Lee at the garage, and I'm waiting for the train to, totally be gone. No chance of it coming in my way. And so I was sitting there talking to Lee, and then I take off and I'm coming back because I need to be here for the show. I get all the way up to the stop sign and I'm thinking, all right, great. Train's gone. Daggone train lights come on, the arms come down, and here comes the daggone another one. And this never happens here. It's like one, and then a few hours later, you'll have another one. Nope, one right after the other. And I said, this is not funny. And Wings goes, I think we need to work on that patience, don't we?
Oh, maybe that's the test, huh? So now my confusion is, which soccer team do I root for now?
None. I don't like soccer. Football is not football. Okay.
Football actually uses your foot.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, the kicker does at least in American
Yeah.
football.
Any more announcements before we get into questions?
I don't think so. All the announcements that I have are RV related, and I'm going to save those for our meeting. So if you don't want to hear about it, then don't come to the meeting, or you better manifest this peanut butter coming.
Say, I don't want to.
Don't want to.
Do we want to talk about the other thing that we were talking in the background, or is that a different deep dive?
We can, or we can save it for a topic.
Well, how many questions do we have? Are we okay?
Right now we have 13.
I have a
And we're only 11 minutes in.
Oh, well, I mean, your articles this morning was a pretty standard. Every time we get the same things now.
pretty much.
5, get ready for change. That's one of the good things.
Transformation. Yep.
Get ready for change because the things are coming. Second thing is number 1, being your own sovereignty and entrepreneurship. And then the last one is 7. Last one is 7, divine number. Every time we're getting 777. This is all God's plan, guys.
Yep. And if anybody has watched Bill Pony's recent explanation of the prophecy, we had the first 2 7s. Now we have the third 7. So go check him out in his most recent explanation of 777 and the biblical prophecy and the time frame that we're entering in. Quite interesting.
Speaking of RV, I'm thinking of developing an RV so I can travel with the materials of a Loomis truck. What do you think? Security money truck.
Well, I guess you could. Yeah.
It won't be it'd be obvious, but it'll have a lot of openings for little rifles and stuff like that. Security.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Okay, I'll get a little machine gun on the top of it for you, Jen.
50 cal. No little machine gun. We're going 50 cal all the way. Yeah.
Let's do the mark next week as a topic.
Okay.
Let's do what? Let's do what?
The mark.
Okay.
Luke and John.
Perfect.
And your info on what you were going to talk about on the RV is going to be able to hold till May 1st?
Yeah. But it's nothing that's so dire that if we go before the 1st that you'll find out when you get there. But it's pretty good information. One of the warnings that I have is, including coming from me, I pass on information regardless if it's accurate or not. You just need to know what you're getting into. Do not pay attention to all these rumors of all of the different reevaluation rates. They're still not set. They're playing with the boards. Okay, they're setting them up and they're running different scenarios, basically. So nothing is etched in stone.
Yeah, almost got it.
Yeah, we've got some estimates and some guesses, but that's all they are.
I only have one question on the redemption centers.
Okay.
Are they going to have at least one in every state?
They have one in every major city, and you should have no issues. Regardless of where you live, there will be one within 50 miles of you.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure that no one has to travel any more than 50 miles. Even if it's not a bank, wealth management, it can also be a military post or base. They can use those as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Got any copies?
I do.
We'll go through it, lovey.
All right, darling. Okay.
Feel so formal over here. I should put pants.
No pants. All right. I have one from No Social, COL 456s. I don't know. Okay. Well, hello. Will my husband experience a medbed? If so, when and what impact will it have on his heart and lung issues?
I get strong yes. Healed.
Are you guys aware of I forgot her name, Carrie Ann Thornton? She's coming up with some messages that you have to get yourself in the 5D in order to even get to the med beds.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that, Jen?
I haven't heard that.
Or else you'll have to go through some counseling because
Well,
they have to.
Elisa talked about, yeah, you have to spiritually be ready for it, or you'll have to go through some temporary counseling. Elisa talked about that last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is also being, and no Benadryl, Willetta. You cannot take it to the med beds.
They'll find a way to get you to these secret locations without using Benadryl, and they knock you out. It's all right.
Marcy, the 1st of May is the next Zoom. That's next Thursday, by the way.
Yeah, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll send out those links. We'll have we'll go over whatever questions you guys have, and then all the announcements I have. We'll talk about rates, capital gains, taxes, all that good stuff. So yeah, it looks like husband will get into a med bed, absolutely, and it will be within 7 months. Okay, and this is it's going to heal multiple things, not just heart and lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to heal all the hidden stuff that he doesn't even know what's going on. Of course, we all have hidden things.
All that hidden stuff.
Yeah,
That's a lot of trauma. Do they also in those med beds take care of psychological trauma?
Yes. Now, here's some advice. I don't know if your husband is awake or not. In order to heal him completely, he is going to have to do inner soul work. This is that inner, you need to be ready spiritually about what you're about to go through. So he's going to have to do some inner work if you want it to work at its top level. Okay. If not, it will be a mechanical med bed that will work. It's going to fix heart, lungs, and among other things, but he really needs to do some inner spiritual work to have full effects. Okay, but I get within 7 months.
Everybody but Rocco, apparently. He says, no counselor for me. I don't play well with others.
We know he doesn't share. That's why we get along so well. We have the same rules. I'm not sharing nothing.
Mine.
No, I don't share a man.
All right.
Anymore?
Yep.
I don't want one.
Wyletta, will my husband and daughter will be safe on trip? Be safe on trip. Let it lay off Benadryl, Lovey. Okay. All right. Let's see.
You broke up. What was the question again?
Wyletta wants to know if her husband and daughter will be safe on their trip abroad.
Okay.
They will see abroad. Okay.
On abroad.
On abroad.
You need you abroad, King. There you go.
No, I don't.
Nadia wants to lay in and you want abroad.
Oh,
I don't play well with others.
me neither. Will everything go safely for her husband and her?
I get yes, they will. No
That's
worries.
Yeah, but it's going to be a long, worn out trip. Okay, so physically make sure that they take a nap.
Oh, I think you need to pause. Okay.
Well, it's only 24.
Yeah, and you can absolutely help manifest this.
Good point.
There's a magician. So it'll go great. Protection is there, but it's going to wear them out physically. So
Give them Benadryl.
hydrating and all that good stuff. Rest up before the trip. Okay. All right. All right. King of Wands is dyslexic. I see. All right.
Wanda Kings.
Wand of Kings. Yeah. Need to take a wand and beat that king. Okay.
Yeah.
Julesie's got one. How does it look for Casey's new adventure / destination this coming week?
Yeah, Violetta's family. They're going to a funeral. That's where the fatigue is, meeting family and being jet lagged and everything.
Yeah, it's a lot. Traveling is a lot on its own, but if you're also going for very emotional time, that's even more exhausting. So you combine the two, they're going to feel really worn out.
I'm not seeing any really major obstacles or anything. Should be a good week.
It's going to be good for her.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a lot of work to do wherever she's going. This is emotional fulfillment. Getting this going to set her right emotionally. She has a lot of work to do.
Soul searching.
She will come out of this because she has loving help. Okay. So this is who she's got to get out of her ear in order to move forward. Okay. This is still a temptation whispered in her ear. In order to move forward and have triumph, she's got to tell him to stop off.
Have a nice day.
What? We're not that nice around here. No. Okay.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
That
I'm
doesn't
not
even
telling the devil to have a nice day.
That doesn't even sound like Casey.
No, that's not Casey. All right. And Joe McWill, thank you for the coffee, honey. All right, King. That's it for now.
No Renee today?
No, Renee. She sent me a beautiful birthday card.
Oh,
It's got
good.
deer on it all over it. And she said, I hope
yeah,
your
good bird.
birthday's $1 million. And I went, I expect more than that. Thank you.
Can you RV it? Can you reevaluate the $1 million?
We're aiming for the billionaire mark. Okay. I got work to do.
Mine. Let's see. First one, Jules. Do I need to rethink where to do my first project?
Rethink it?
Feeling not in the town we are currently in? Something shifted, maybe.
Okay.
It's Jules going to.
So does she need to rethink where to do her first?
Well, we've always been advised to start local, but if it doesn't fit right with you, doesn't sit right, your community is not ready for it or whatever, then go with your gut. But let's see what the cards say.
I see. Okay, does she have to move to another location instead of where she is at?
Yes, move.
That's what I got. I got a yes.
Feeling not in the town we are currently in. That is correct.
You are about to move. You are free to move about the country.
Further south, southeast, about 20 miles.
Okay. So yeah, your discernment is right on. So you're gonna journey out further, more country. Okay, this is really excluding townships, period. You really need to find a remote location.
Yep.
This involves a sibling, possibly. Okay. Or nostalgic, maybe somewhere you grew up or visited or whatever. In the past, you thought you had it all figured out. Well, we know how this works. If you want God to laugh, tell him your plans. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
no.
You're going to have multiple locations to choose from. Follow your intuition. If not, it could come crashing down and have issues. Okay. So
listen to your king.
Ooh, like
are
that.
we giving Rich a crown today? Or
Well, I mean, I think because we were supposed to be on our ley lines, but now we're able to start to move. So I think that's probably why you're going to see better locations.
Yeah. There may be a different location that needs that energy more than the one you're in. It doesn't mean you can't travel back and forth, but
Well, I was talking to Jules, and I thought we were laughing because we all got to stick to our ley lines, and then there was Nevada. And Jules like, okay, I guess I'll take it. So
there you
now
go.
she's able to move around.
All right, next one. From Violetta, any message from my father-in-law? Thank you. Yes, be patient.
He's patient.
It's standard.
Messages from religious. All I get is love. That's all I'm feeling.
Mm.
So funny. I'm not in menopause, but I cannot figure out why I'm hot and cold.
Don't know why I get heartbreak.
He's letting you know, first of all, he has victory. He's like, whoo-hoo, he has completed his race. He's happy. He's letting you know that he had to go through this. This is like that review of life and review all of this is about making mistakes. And he had to realize that he made a lot of them.
That's the heartbreak.
Yeah. He's letting you know, do not hold on to these. Okay. This is where all that beautiful forgiveness stuff comes in. Meditate more, work with other people. This is about humanity. So he's saying, don't follow my mistakes. This is about loving, working with others.
You boo.
Yeah, actually, Violetta, I have to try to contact you, get a hold of you, because I want you to see if you can help somebody with humanitarian things.
There's a little bit of a message in here. Karma is real. Okay, so make more responsible choices. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I get that his life review was very hard on him, which it can be if you've made a lot of mistakes. So very apologetic. He's okay though. It's just something he had to deal with. And so his advice is just love, 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 love.
And be patient.
That's what I got was love. So, John, if his karma was real, does that mean he has to come back and learn those karmas? Or is it a different, because we know karma is done, but if he's saying karma is real,
Reincarnation, does he have to do that?
to go over to clean out his karmas.
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he wins. It has been cleared.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's good. He's recuperating. And he did his self-reflection. He does not have to linger or stay behind or anything or come back through it. And I believe that forced reincarnation is over anyway.
Good.
Forced. I was never forced.
Cool.
I think you're just bored all the time because you ain't got no patience.
That's
You step
exactly
out,
right.
step back in.
ADHD, yes. Thank you, Jules, for the coffee. Thank you, Violetta, for the coffee. And thank you, Marcy, for the coffee. A while back, I was outside. I looked up. There was a white-breasted hawk riding the wind over my head about 4 feet. Looked away for a moment. It was gone. Is there a message?
Well, at least they didn't poop on your head. That's good.
That's a good message. That would have been a very good message.
That would have been a wake-up call.
It's supposed to be good luck if a bird poops on your head. I may have to leave in 30 minutes.
Oh, she got man hunting to do. It's the weekend.
Nope.
Well,
we
that's
got-
what she was doing last night at karaoke.
Yes, I was
Oh,
actually.
man.
Okay. This is God Himself. That's Yeshua. Stop arguing with yourself. Oh, okay. Because it only leads to heartbreak. All right. You are in control. You're sovereign with God. See the bird? Usually a
Wow.
hawk or a falcon. You are in
Moving.
command of your own life. Okay. So you take control. That inner argument, inner turmoil, which way to go. Keep your focus on God. Okay.
I only got one word. Duck.
Duck. Quack.
Affleck.
All right. Thank you, someone, for the coffee. No question. Thank you for everything you do. Bonita. Thank you, Bonita.
I got a
All
couple
right.
more coffees.
Okay.
All
I
right.
got the cream.
Okay. Someone. Thank you, someone. Happy.
Hefty.
All right, Joe Biden. Come on now. Happy born day, Jen. 2 days early. Thank you, love. When do you see me starting my humanitarian project? Please and thank you, Miss.
In 2 days.
No, 2 days. We have an RV. I'd be planning it. Let's see.
Well, I mean, humanitarian is anything you do out of the goodness of your heart, but not to be a floor mat.
Yeah, doing it now. The simplest little things. It does not have to be financial either.
Mhm.
But your big projects, I know that's what you're asking.
Yeah, but that's the start of it.
If this comes up and says be patient, are you going to throw things? That's what I want to know.
Does this come up and say peanut butter? Is she going to throw things?
Okay. First of all, in the past, they know you're ready to go. Okay. Spirit is well aware. You're in limbo right now because we need to get a hold of our emotions because we're about to hit an emotional roller coaster.
Mhm.
Okay. Of course, we're waiting for the money, the Ace of Pentacles there.
I love that card.
I think
Wow.
we hit the roller coaster like
We're
a year
in this trial and tribulation thing to where God's still weeding out who's going to quit. Okay. Time frame 2 to 3 months. Okay.
Oh, so they're gonna wait till I get back home. Isn't that sweet?
Oh, you almost got it.
2 to 3 months. But the Queen of Cups comes in here as well. Still get yourself emotionally ready because this roller coaster is going to be wild. Okay. There's some things that we're going to have to leave behind. You know, that's the O card. Okay. Be prepared. But really, ultimately, don't worry about it. Okay.
No.
That's unnecessary worry. It'll happen when it happens. But
Yep. One day at
Set
a
your
time.
Jen, speaking of the weeding out the people still, is that why we're seeing more PSYOP coming up now? Like more people opening up and being against the RV or being against what's going on?
you're
Or
going to have all kinds of misinformation, psyops, messing with your head. Remember, the devil doesn't have very many moves left.
Yeah.
Who works for him? They're out of moves other than their desperation stuff.
Yeah.
We're still looking for those biblical markers, and we only have until next Thursday, which is less than a week away. Because the end of April was supposed to be massive, and the darkness, the dark side, millions were supposed to be removed. So, whether we see that or not, Trump's out of the country this weekend. Will they kick off an EBS disclosure? You think about it, if everybody knows what these rat bastards have been doing, you're not going to be able to find them. They literally will be gone.
Well, also,
Yeah.
you guys, this is what we've been teaching. So we got to put this into practice. Use your discernment,
Yeah.
keep your gratitude, keep your frequency up, because the closer we get, the more you'll be tired and want to believe something happening. And then that's when you'll fall into a trap.
Yeah.
So always follow your guts.
I just pray about it. Anything that I tell you, use your discernment. Even what I tell you is not all accurate. I just pass information along. So don't
Mhm.
fall for anything. Follow God first, and the rest will fall into place.
Yep.
Um, Another coffee. Purple Soul.
Hmm.
Hi, Jen. The past few years, I have had several dreams of myself and another person I met 5 years ago. A couple of them were missions saving the littles. How am I connected to this person? Soulmates, maybe? Obviously, you have a soul contract with them.
Soul family. I'm getting soul family.
Is it another timeline? Like their soul family in another timeline?
Yeah.
Wings asked the weirdest questions. He said, ask yourself, is this person weird to you? Because it looks like off-world or in disguise.
Okay, that's what I'm getting into for
Yeah.
time.
The appearance is not what you think. This is the person that is divinely connected to you to help you carry the burden. So yes, you are definitely connected to complete these missions. Yes. But I'm getting this as a strategic thing that you guys are supposed to be working together. It's almost like this person is training you.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
Mentor.
Mentor.
Yeah. Yeah. Comes in frequently. Absolutely. So next time you are with this person, look at them and go,
Deeply.
Mm.
They might just rip off a mask or something. You never know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that all you
Okay.
got?
That's all I got so far.
Is that all you got?
All
Right.
I got. Take it or leave it,
Here,
bud.
here, I'm separating you guys. Hold on.
All right, into your corner.
Nobody
Here's
puts
the
a baby in
first
the
card
corner.
question from Roberto. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What do I have to look forward to in the month of May? Flowers.
The first day, second day.
Celebrating your madre.
What do you look forward to in the month of May? In the merry, merry month of May.
My birthday.
I'll be
My
doing
birthday.
your zodiac spread for May. I'll be doing that next week.
Getting travel.
Wow. Independent wealth and doing something with it.
Mm-hmm.
Taking action. Transformation. There's your death card. Ending old ways. There's a wheel of fortune. You got a lot of changes coming up in the month of May. You should be very excited about this because the magician card comes in, and this is about using all the elements, all the tools to make things happen. All right. Don't fight it. Okay. This is good. You're going to argue with a lot of people. Thanks, Wings. Because of the next card. You're going to argue with a lot of people because they see riches. This is going to happen to all of us. This is why it's important to be careful who you tell. So if you receive gifts of money, if there's somebody that, the base card, you got thieves and liars. They just want to use you, take advantage of you. It's okay to say FO. It's okay.
Uh-oh, she's on 3.
I had a sudden visualization of a card to come up with a guy with a fishing pole going, "You almost got it."
Almost.
That'll be one of the cards then. What would that represent? What card would that represent? You almost got it.
All right, Pam. Are the faces on Mount Rushmore prominent Tartarian men and not U.S. presidents? Thank you. Interesting question.
Our faces on Mount Rushmore. Tartarians.
Great advice, Charlene. Keep your mouth shut, except saying FO.
Are they Tartarians?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a week, but is there something more to that?
Oh,
I think there's
yeah,
something.
that's what I'm getting.
A lot of
Little-
lies behind Mount Rushmore. This is all
Yeah.
smoke and mirrors. It
Yeah.
actually represents another group of people. It's not a strong yes.
It's
Mhm.
about like a little bit more to it.
There is
Me
more. It's not saying.
Keep digging.
We're going to have to be patient. We're in limbo for this information. So they're not going, it's not a strong yes, but they really don't want to say right now.
It'll come out though eventually.
Yeah.
All right. JD. Does my beautiful Lyran guide have a message for me? No. Next.
Yes.
Watch out for the dog star.
Speaking of star, let me say today actually is supposedly the night that I believe 2 planets, Venus and Mercury, and the moon has a crescent. So when you look up, you should see a smiley face.
We get the Cheshire Cat.
That's just God laughing at you.
What is it?
That's just God laughing at you.
I know. I'm so used to that.
Okay, Jen. So he's saying free yourself from heartache and pain. Don't hang on to this stuff. Proceed with love. And this also has to do with husband. Don't hold on to those scars of pain and issues. Some of the things we were talking about the other day, because that's the devil whispering in your ear. Okay. Move forward. That way it helps you grow spiritually. Okay, look at that beautiful. He said, I'm right here. There's your star family.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm right here.
Yeah, you could do the forgiveness meditation if you want to let go of those, because you won't forget it, but you will let it go so it doesn't hold on to you.
And even if you've got to do it over and over and over again until you have complete peace, just keep repeating it. It's okay, because you're fighting your ego the whole way, and we all have one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's also letting you know that you call upon him. He comes in just as quickly as you ask. It's just like Jesus or Archangel Michael. These guardians are there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Regina. Is Queen Romana of Canada, she calls herself Queen, is she for real? She is saying everything we are waiting to hear. 1955 tunnels and what they were doing. Medbeds and money.
I looked into her probably a year and a half ago, if not longer than that. And there was something not right with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't she supposed to be the indigenous queen that wanted to rule over all of Canada?
Yeah. And that her motive was more financial than it was about humanity.
Yeah.
And she was more Filipino than she was.
No, that's a different one. That's a Queen Elizabeth, wasn't it?
No. It was
Queen
Romana.
Yeah, she's full of secrets. This is about money.
Yes. That's what we found out last year too.
She's portrayed herself. This says tread lightly with her. She portrays herself by presenting all of this beautiful same information you're hearing. But she said, see, I know too. Trust me. No. King of Cups says, set your boundaries. Watch your emotions. Yeah.
Mm.
She's there. I think she's going to wear people out and take advantage of them. So, yep.
Yeah.
Use your
Yep.
And
discernment.
I think, wasn't it, Jen, that she has to be on the outskirts to get people to believe her because they cut her connections to all
Yeah.
white hat information. So
Yeah. She has
if,
nothing. She's only repeating what she hears. Well, I mean, so do I, except for what spirit gives me.
but we don't
So,
say trust me. We do not
no,
say
no, I say, don't trust me. Don't take my word for it.
I
yeah.
say trust
That's
me.
the difference. That's the difference.
Well, and anybody that tells you, especially in this business, that says I'm always right, run, just
No,
run.
nobody is. All right, Colleen. Can I get a divine spirit message for this weekend, please?
You're going to sing to me.
Ooh, let's go.
Divinely.
There's a war here with the redheads. What's going on in the live chat?
Jules, put them in the corner. Separate them. Grab them by each one ear and
Yep.
drag them off.
Ear on one, nose on the other.
Well, I would put them in their 45-degree angle from the triangle because they don't believe in the round table.
Colleen, whatever situation you've been worried about, this is in the past, you're moving away from, and the tower's in reverse. So you're in a rebuilding position right now. Whatever you've just gone through is now on the rebuild end
So
of
stop
things.
thinking about it.
Nice.
Yeah. Keep yourself balanced. Right. Don't be so focused on 3D and don't have your head so far in the clouds that you lose track of what you need to take care of here as well. But that's pretty good. The tower in reverse. I don't like to read in reverse until Wang says, yes, you will. So,
And you will like it.
yeah, you've been strengthening yourself. This is good. All right.
Madge, what does Spirit have to say about my health today and well-being? Can I get a read? I think that can I get a read maybe for her next question?
No, I think she wants to know. You
For her?
it's giving you a time to sit and reflect instead of keep adding on the stress and you falling back into your old ways.
Start out with the full card in reverse. You are stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are holding on to old past memories that emotionally have upset you. Okay. So this can manifest into the physical. If you want the healing, you have to go through this transformation. There is a fear here. You're afraid of changing. Why? You're resisting this.
Yeah. It keeps hitting you, keeps coming back to you in different ways because it's trying to tell you, are you ready? Are you ready to move forward?
Yeah, you're treading so lightly with this. You're frozen in space. And the Wheel of Fortune says you're doing it because you're afraid you're going to go backwards. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying, no, I'm trying to propel you forward, but all you're doing is repeating the same cycles, which causes emotional. So you're going to have chest pain. You're going to have heaviness. Your shoulders are going to hurt. You've got to let go, and let God.
Yep.
Yeah. Base card. You are holding on to way too much. Fight. You got to just release it.
And don't fight. Just let it be.
Yep.
See how that reaction. Oh, see, now that's what you're doing. You're there in the hospital. God's telling you relax and you're worried about everybody else now.
Yeah, you got to heal yourself before you can heal somebody else or help them.
Yep.
Okay, star card jumped out. So that's good. Hope and optimism for him. He's a little distracted. He's actually doing okay. He's getting help for whatever he's going through. This says this is giving and receiving, working with others, and learning. He's going to go from the page of learning his voice and learning knowledge all the way to the king. So he's progressing quite nicely. And it says you need to have more faith. He's fine.
Roman, looks like the mainstream media is pulling the knife closer to its demise.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like media will flip before stuff happens. Is that at hand presently, or will is be a shock flip, or will it be a shock flip?
Roman, you done poked the bear.
Yes, you did.
Grammar
Dang on
it. Okay.
And that's a big bear too.
Poke the bar. Now, it's to my understanding, this is just from rumors of what I've heard, that mainstream that it keeps slitting their own throat. You are correct with that. But they would lose total control when the EBS happened, when everybody got shut down. And when they came back up, it was going to be revamped because you cannot ignore what is about to be exposed. But let's take a look.
Well, see, this is the question I have. Is it also the negative trying to cause a shock in the system to get their frequency down? Is it also that kind of manipulation? So we'll see.
They've already changed over to the good guys a long time ago. This is in the past.
Beautiful.
Movie.
They're so obvious now with their crap. It's right in everybody's face. They are going to hold on to that, their theories, and it's just making it obvious for people that are asleep. This is kind of backing up my EBS scenario. When the secrets are revealed, that's when we get full control over what is going to happen with the new media. That's victory. But all these people that own MSNBC, all these linked, remember that spider web, everybody owns everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Those were taken down a long time ago. This says, don't worry about it. It just looks like we have to deal with the same crap temporarily. We're just in limbo. But we're going to get a real eye opener when that EBS happens. Okay.
Well, you said something about in your face.
In your face. Miss Maury.
Mary, I had a mishap with the beef stew I made. Oh, no.
No.
I swallowed a potato and it lodged in my throat.
Swallowed.
I went to emergency and wound up in AFib.
Oh
Will my
God.
new cardiologist work with me?
Miss Mary, chew, honey, chew.
That was meant to be.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
getting
you-
there's probably, it was meant to happen so they could catch something underlying.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting. And yes,
Yeah,
the new
I get that.
cardiologist is going to work with her for sure.
Yep.
Just don't make her new stew.
Yeah.
Make it lamb next time.
They're gonna come in and give you some options here of how to move forward. This is good. The Lover's card is about a good contract. And then there's not just one cardiologist. I think you're gonna have a team of specialists that are gonna come in.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to tell you to cut the potato smaller.
Yeah, there's some hidden things that have not been making you feel well that you weren't really sure what they were. And I
Yeah.
love the
Blockages.
cross on that one. Have faith.
I'm getting
Mhm.
blockages.
Blockages, yeah.
Yeah.
She threw away the stew. What?
Stay, Mrs. Go.
Waste no good stew.
Katrina, what does next week look like for me? Does the universe have plans? The universe
The
always.
universe always has plans.
What is next week for Carol? For Katrina, is it? Yeah. I don't know. It looks calm. I'm not giving you really anything.
Peace, calm.
I got some financial stuff here.
Yay, peanut butter.
I'm not getting
Well-
peanut butter. I'm getting peanut.
That's an RV card. It's giving and receiving of finances. But not as much as you thought.
Hmm.
Now, I wonder if you have somebody that's offering you finances. Because this is gift giving, and you think you're going to be satisfied.
Mhm.
Is this Doge?
Or is it okay. Is it that promise that they said they give extra money and it hasn't showed up yet, like the $5,000?
Yeah, that's the Doge.
Is that those?
Let's see.
I'm getting Doge.
And I'm probably going to have to call it quits right now, guys. Funny thing in this country, they close for an hour and a half every day for lunch. The
Siesta.
whole system does. And then I have to wait and try. Can you imagine having to go to Jewel and Jewel's closed because everybody's having lunch at the same time?
Wow.
So, love and light. Have a nice weekend. Have a wonderful birthday, Jen.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll eat cake over here for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Enjoy your karaoke.
And we'll see you on Monday, guys. Love y'all.
All right, love and light.
Bye.
Love you. Yeah, this money that's being offered there's something weird about these checks. That they're not gonna be what you thought.
Mm. Or
But
as much as
it's
you thought.
because they're juggling of who gets how much. It's almost like they're giving some people more and other people's not as much. You'll still be happy. So be in the moment. We still need to have gratitude for no matter how much you get. Okay.
You can still feed the coyotes.
There you go. A Boomer and Liren were playing with a possum this morning.
Ooh, lovely. Well, better a possum than a skunk.
Well, that was like last week. Boomer was doing that, but so they have a possum friend, a groundhog friend. The skunk we try to avoid. Boomer won't let the rabbits around. So, but he's listening to me because they eat my blueberries.
Jules, message from Pops or Spirit, please.
Okay. What if this message says beat a redhead? Will you take this advice? Just curious.
I'm getting all day long. Don't put all your redheads in the one basket.
There you go. Wow. Okay. Jules, do something for yourself. Mama needs a treat.
Ooh.
That's God's orders too. This is self-reflection. Do something for yourself. Absolutely. You're being called to do this. This is self-care. Okay? So put yourself first for once there, Mama. Yep. All right.
Cool.
So, Jules, for the weekend, you're going to do something nice, whatever you want to do.
Roman, they say the end isn't for everyone. What picture can Spirit point or paint for us as to what the period looks like in a daily way?
Daily way.
Selflessness.
So I'm doing a split in the reading of what it'll be like for people that it is for and who isn't it for. Okay. So the people that are awake and are well aware of what's going on, we move into this is moving out of troubled waters in a loving new, it's like we signed that contract to move towards the better earth with all that new stuff that we'll be celebrating. So we're awake, we get the reward that God was promising. The rest of the world, NPCs and those that refuse to see the truth and wake up, are waiting for the offer to happen, but will remain stuck and they will remain leaning on their hoe. Okay. They will not see progress. So you have like this split world. You've got some that are doing really, really well. They're preparing for the new world, and others are just going to continue to run their rat race, unfortunately. So this is where it is ultimately a free will. Choose which side you want to be on. One is very, very abundant and exciting, and the other one is same old, same old.
Mm-hmm. Regina, would you please check and see if all the cancer is gone? I don't want to do the chemo and radiation. Don't blame. It's not really doing that much good anyway, I don't think.
Right, hold on. Very good. Do you need a new hoe this week? This year, Rock?
Why?
He said, hold on. He's he needs a break. He got to run and get his hoe.
Close to or all?
Still small bits.
A very small bit.
Small bits that are hidden that is not being found. Also, don't believe their lies when they come back and say, no, it's real bad. We got to keep going because this is a money scam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Diet. I'm getting diet. Change your diet.
Yeah. And I'm not a doctor, but if you can get the ivermectin and fenbendazole and use the two together, it usually fixes the problem.
Yep.
Until the future, you'll be called for the med bed. Okay. Yep. Set your boundaries against these people that just want to drain you dry financially. Okay. Use your discernments.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of redheads.
Oh boy. Trouble.
Messages from Wings or Elizabeth? Something other than patience? Yes. Temperance.
Yes, Miss Elizabeth. She's walking around here. She goes, okay, I'll help. Okay.
I like her already.
She's funny. She almost reminds me of like Sophia from the Golden Girls because she always carries a purse. Whatever her favorite bag, she goes, "Yes, we have bags in heaven." Okay. Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. Wow. I love it. You've put all the hard work in. So here's your future. It's going to be beautiful. Move forward. Take a leap of faith. This is about faith. Okay. And this one's from Wings. Okay. You cannot make this up. Listen, y'all redheads, the hothead redheads, be patient. Miss Elizabeth cooperated nicely and gave you hope for the future. Wings? Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Jojo. And then any advice about the crazy dream I had last night? Woke up with heart pounding and short-winded from running.
Who you running from?
It's a man. Now it's a dog.
Must be something important going on out there.
No, she'll just bark at anything that moves.
You mean that weird sunshine that comes out every once in a while?
Yeah. She doesn't like the rain, that's for sure. Will not go out unless she has to.
Cool. Jojo? You're being held by the devil. You were running there because your life was at risk. But you got free. It took some strategic moves. Yeah, you were running from evil. Yep. There's your FO card. And you were out of there. Okay. A little bit of a warning. If you want to avoid these battles before you go to sleep, remember to put your divine protection in. These are your boundaries. Okay. So increase your prayers and divine protection. Your angels are there with you. But yeah, the devil was after you and you were running for your life. I don't run from the devil. You know what I tell him?
FAFO.
Yeah. Yep.
Liza, is my cracked pipe going to be a minor job?
Well, at least I know we're not talking about drugs and a crack pipe.
That's exactly the first
I'm
thing
just
that came up
saying.
in my mind, too.
Liza, honey. We don't judge. Hey.
Is her cracked pipe going to be a minor job?
Wings is laughing. He goes, plumbing, not drugs. Okay.
I get yes. But
it is a minor problem, but here's the thing. In order to get the parts or someone to actually fix it correctly, you're going to have to wait. There may be more expensive than you thought. The job's not too bad, but you're going to be out of if it's like plumbing, water for a little while, you're kind of going to be in limbo. So it's not a real big job, but it's going to take a special financing. There's a certain part or piece or something that it'll be hard to find or get. Mm-hmm. So you'll be in limbo for a little bit, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm getting minors. Might just open up into other problems. But.
Yeah, to do it correctly, you may have to wait just a little bit. You know, you have the option of, well, we could fix it this way, or we could actually do it right, and it'll take a little bit longer, but not too terribly bad.
Jules, is there a redemption center in my town?
Nope, you need to start walking. All right.
20 miles.
Let's see.
I get Reno. I don't know how far you are away from Reno, but that's what I'm getting.
Reno?
Reno.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so there is. It's a new one, but this is you're going to have a choice of which one. They'll present these options to you. These are new facilities, so people are just not aware of them yet. They may not have big old labels, not normal banks, but there's something there. You'll be given the option.
I'm not moving back off that one.
Spirit does has some advice for you. Move forward with the ones that's closer to the military installations. You may not want to go with the smaller one. You may want to head to the bigger one where there's military presence. And Reno would be one of them. So if you are close to that.
Is there one at the McCord Fort Lewis base near me?
This is yes. It's one of 3. May take it longer for you to get in there, but eventually you will. It looks like that may be one of the head places.
Cool.
They're being very secretive.
Yeah, they are.
It may take a little longer to get in there, but yeah. Okay.
Cool. Marcy, our Whittington Bank built a larger bank next to the old bank back in 21-22. Is that a redemption center? Yet no.
Just a new bank. They just needed something new. They needed a newer one. Interesting. You just go back to military op. Okay. So just regular banking. Now that doesn't mean that you can't redeem there. It's just because there's different names for these things. Some are actually called redemption wealth management, and others are you can use regular banks. But when you call your 800 number when they come out, they'll give you the options of what is available in your range, and then you choose. Okay.
All right, Mary, will I have an opportunity for the med bed in the next 3 months? I'm not getting that. I'm getting more like 5.
This is yes, but this is information working with your doctors to do more of the mechanical ones first. This is not quantum. Okay. So 4 to 5 months is more like it. You could probably start the process and the mechanical ones with doctors, but you're going to be left out in the cold. You're going to have to sit tight for 4 to 5 months for the opportunity for the quantum beds. Okay. If Miss Mary's anything like the rest of us, I'll take what I can get.
King of Wands. Will I start a job before RV?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting no.
Nope. Nope. RV's coming. Keep manifesting. Okay. Yep. There's the RV. This is no, you're not getting another job.
You're getting an RV.
You're getting an RV. Okay. We'll take
You
it.
have a new home.
Mm-hmm.
Roman. Were the white hat methods also about keeping the most aware and awake at bay from rising up? Interesting question. Yes. And more to it.
Yeah, I believe that their communications is all about, all along was that this was a military operation and they had it under control for the future, and that we had to have faith that it was being handled. So yeah, this was a whole lot, and teaching us just hold on, hold on. I mean, you think about all the little 3D hints that have been given to us, whether you follow the Q movement or not, and those hints. When Trump was running, he used to play that song. Was it Sam and Dave? It says, "Hold on, I'm coming." If not, people would have risen up. We would have had another revolution, and we don't need that. We don't need war in the street. So we saw truth. They gave us just enough to have faith to hold on.
Almost there.
Almost had it.
Tyler. Chinese scientists just one-upped our scientists with a magnet that produces a field 800,000 times as strong as Earth's magnetic field. Is this technology a gift from a higher intelligence?
Okay.
Yes. Is what I get. We might have room for a couple more. Hang on. Might have room.
Yeah, these are secrets they've had for a while, actually. They've had them. Get excited. This is creativity. It was given. This is one of the things they're going to use to help transform the new world. They've had all this technology for a really long time. They've just hoodwinked you into thinking that no, we're still in the Stone Ages. Yeah.
Yeah, I closed the questions again because I remember there are still some questions out there that came after the pause. So we'll go back to those.
Okay.
E Purple, any messages from Spirit? Yes, there is. But you can't hear them until next week.
Oh, wow. All right. Don't worry if you're feeling stuck right now. Something's going to get your attention here soon. In the meantime, ground yourself. The Empress is all about making sure that you're grounded. It's just don't fear the unknown of what's coming. All right. Be in the here and now. Enjoy it. Spirit knows that you're tired. Okay. Hold the line. Which pretty much we all are. But then again, we've been getting messages that people are throwing in the towel. they're done. So that's an individual thing. You have free will. Nobody's going to drag you into anything you don't want to. So just hold the line.
Yep. Roy, medbed. Will I receive one and when? I'm assuming you mean, will you receive a medbed appointment, not just a med bed? I get yes. 2. I'm getting like 2 months.
Don't quit. You will end up going to a quantum one. This is quantum. And the time, this is 6 months. The Hermit is all about make sure, because it is a quantum bed and it's a spiritual experience, you have to be ready. So you have to make sure that you're spiritually ready and your mind is open to all these significant changes for quantum. It's not just mechanical. Or if you want it to be as successful as you want it to be, you have to be open your mind to all the possibilities of what it can do. But the quantum bed, it says 6 months.
Tyler, will this magnetic technology protect us through the pole shift so we don't have to completely reset the population again?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, there's the world card. How about we prevent it from catching on fire? There's something to do with how about this is going to keep it from getting out of control and blowing up. Wow. So we can start the new earth. This is new beginnings. This is a preventative measure that's going to present itself. There's knowledge behind this to prevent major catastrophes that would literally light the world on fire. So it is a huge, good, positive, preventive thing. So,
All right. Regina, did my laptop get taken to the pawn shop?
okay.
I get no. Misplaced.
No, this is smoke and mirrors. It seems that way, but this is lost. Curious to know if you've been tricked or your mind's playing tricks on you. Did you lose it? Did it get stolen? That's a lost card. It says don't worry about it. Something will get your attention or jog your memory or let you know where this is at. I don't get pawn shop though.
Yeah.
No, this is being held securely somewhere. You have to let us know what happened.
Yeah. Bonita, how's my brother Bryant doing on the other side? Please and thank you. You're just having a grand old time.
Miss Elizabeth, we're not opening that door. She said, we can get him in here. No, we're not. He can answer from where he's at. Ah, God called him home. He's with the divine creator. He's letting you know, I have learned so much. The hangman's about enlightenment, going, wow, still learning. This world is not what you think it is. We are so misled, and there's so much illusion out there that they're playing a strategic game. And it is. Of course, it's a battle of the war of good and evil. He is with God, and he's still learning, but he's not tired and worn out anymore. So ground yourself, have gratitude, be happy with Mama Gaia. Okay. He's watching. All is well.
I'm looking. Where are we? Well, we got 5 minutes. Unless you got someplace to go.
Well, I have a reading at 3. So.
Oh, well, we got plenty of time then.
Yeah. Regina says, I thought it was stolen. My son had it, and a lot of people have been hanging out in his room. Maybe it slid down behind a bed frame or a desk or dresser or something like that. So I just get that it's misplaced.
Vippy question. Can we unpack the questions? What? Unpack?
Unpack.
I never packed them up in the first place.
Nope. My suitcase is empty.
You got any questions maybe in the copy maybe? While I'm looking.
Ryman's making fun of my redneckness. Misplaced. Yes, Miss Jules. Was the divine referring to me living near by brother or vice versa? Okay, so well, you had a sibling card in there, so let's figure out who it's talking about. Question is, do you want to live near your brother?
And we'll do one question after that. And then we'll call it.
You got a show this weekend?
I do. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. Yep. This is a new possibility for you. Strong yes with the Ace of Swords and that RV card. This is to share, giving and receiving with him. Okay. It says, don't fear it. All right. You're being called to do this, to walk away from where you're at. And I know we've had conversations of your plans and God saying, you know what? Let's change it up a little bit. Okay.
All right. This is Charlene's Vippy.
Okay.
How is Trump's trip overseas going to work out?
It'll be interesting, that's for sure. I'm sure we're going to be told to look for different comms. What's going on? I still think that this Pope and the funeral and all this is distraction for something.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, comes in here strong. See, we don't have to worry about him. There's your emperor. That's Mr. T. He's like, I got this. This is strategy. This is chess. Okay. The magician. What you see is not actually what's going on. Wheel of Fortune. He's there to put things in motion, taking action. Star card. Look at all these major arcanas. Have hope and optimism. And that's quantum RV stuff. All right.
Starting to smell peanut butter a little bit early.
Interesting. The world, another major arcana, but it's in reverse. All right. He's finishing up stuff. So this is completion. There's still a little bit more he has to do. And apparently he's going to go in person to do it. You're going to light a fire under somebody.
All right.
Sorry, Jules. I'm sorry. I just tell you what the cards say. You're going to have to take it up with Jesus, darling. Okay.
You'll just have to accept it and you'll like it.
That's right. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. That's very sweet. And all of you that have sent me cards and sweet gifts. I appreciate you. I have the utmost gratitude for you. Thank you so much.
The Hummer's going to take a little bit longer to get out there now.
Well, I imagine so. I imagine. That's all right until you can buy that private jet or something.
Oh, there you go, But it's all that climate change stuff, so got to get as many jets as I can.
You know what? I'm going to have fun. If I've got a short time to do this in, I'm going to go all out and we're going to work and we're going to work hard, but we're going to be happy.
Yes, we are. All right. Love and light to you all, and I will see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Don't try to contact me because I'm not answering. All right. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.